Hi guys, Chris here from Butter Studios, here to do a little tutorial for you. I hope you're all doing well. I know it's a bit of an interesting time for all of us. If you have a business that's experiencing the same thing as mine, basically, we are pretty much shut down in terms of work for the next little while. Hopefully it's not too long. But in the meantime, I was hoping that I could help you guys find a way to sell your products, perhaps services online. One of the systems that we use is Square Credit Card. It's an online credit card service provider, and it integrates well with one of our systems. And recently I thought, well, maybe there's something on there that can help small businesses like mine currently, and that way we can sell our products and services online still. And one function that they have is the online store function. I was able to set up a new account as well as the online store in under half an hour. So basically 30 minutes from start, able to start selling a product right away. So I thought we could do a tutorial on how to get that set up for you. And if you don't have an online store already, then perhaps this is a good option that could help you out in the meantime. So people can still purchase products from you if you're still delivering or doing a curbside pickup. Or if you have a service-based business, then perhaps people can purchase gift cards, and that way they can use your services later on once everything normalizes. Again, hopefully that's sooner than later. What I would recommend is that you set up the account first. It doesn't cost you anything to set up the account. Have the account set up before you watch the rest of the tutorial. That way you're ready to go. And then I'll walk you through on how to set up an online store through there. Now their credit card rates or purchase rates still apply, so make sure you look into that. It's roughly 3% plus I believe a 30-cent transaction charge. That may vary depending on how much volume that you do, but definitely look that over. But it's a very intuitive system, so it's very handy. And no, they're not paying me to promote them. I just thought this is one of perhaps a few options online that you can use. It's just one that I like because it's very easy to use and very easy to set up. So without further ado, we'll get on with the tutorial. I just wanted to wish you all good luck, stay healthy, hashtag support local. Thank you to the Tri-Cities Chamber of Commerce for inspiring me to figure out a way that we can help our business community, and let's beat this thing together. So good luck and take care. Okay, so now that we've set up our Square account, we can jump over to get started on our online store. So here's your home page when you first log into Square, and then you can click on online store on the left over there. That's going to bring you to this landing page here. So let's click on get started, unless you really want to read all that other stuff. And it's going to ask you, how do you plan to fulfill your orders? Well, do you want to ship items to your buyers, or do you want to allow in-store pickup, or both? If you want to allow both, then you can check off for both of them. Or if you just want to ship items to buyer, then you can do that as well. Click on continue. Now here you get a couple of choices, either a single ordering page or a multi-page site. If you want to get something up and running pretty quickly and start selling a few items right away on one page, then I'd go with a single ordering page. So for the purpose of this example, we'll go single ordering page. I'll just continue. Now the Square site is going to do a little bit of thinking and put together your store here for you. So this is your new store homepage. And from here you can navigate through quite a few things. On the left side you can edit your website options, your social media channels, and then also some marketing help as well that Square offers. So for now, let's get going on designing our website. So we'll click on design your website, hit continue. Now it's going to give you a bit of a template. So I selected that my profession is a photographer, so it's chosen this sell your pictures or sell your photo type website layout by default for me. But this is totally adjustable. You can customize it to exactly what you need it to. So I think first things first, for this example, we want to create a site to sell items or services. So we're going to make sure that that's checked on over on the left there. So we'll sell items to ship and sell items for pickup as well. And what I did there was I unchecked display a photo gallery earlier. So we get rid of that photo gallery at the top there. And for a little bit of marketing, I'm going to show my Instagram feed as well. Don't worry about your account not being linked up right now. We'll go over that in a bit. Right now it's just sort of just choosing the elements that we want on our landing page. And then for the next step, they're going to help you add a little bit of branding. So I'm just going to do this off screen here. So I've just dragged and dropped my logo there. You can adjust the size as well. Or if you don't like that file, you have a different file you want to use, so you can click on replace. And when we move on to the next step, there's a few different variations of style that you can choose that they have by default here. Whether it's more vintage or if you want stronger bold letters, we'll stick with that. And you can choose the color of the Shop Now button as well. I think for today we'll go with black. And here, to set up your domain. So what do you want your website address to be? You can find a custom domain through them, and I think they have the starting price of $16 a year. Or if you own a domain, so you have your own website already, you can connect it to your service provider. If you want something just quick and easy, something to put up right now, it doesn't matter if it's a different URL from your website address, then you can just choose a specific name here. I'm going to go with Togger CA. Looks like it's available, which is great because that's the same username that I have for our social channels for the Togger brand. Don't mind me here. It's already said it's available, so I'm just going to click out of there. It's already set for Togger CA. And when I click on publish, then it shows that your site has been published to toggerca.square.site. So that's good. We have our name. So now let's look at the different elements. We're going to go back into the different elements that we chose earlier. So we have a header, main banner. I think the header looks good. Really, we just need a logo there. And then by default, there's the search function on the right, as well as the shopping cart for the users. So we'll go into the banner portion here where you can choose different layouts. Keep in mind you can add different images into the banner as well to make it look a little prettier, whether it's pictures of your product. And you can just enter a quick headline here. Not feeling super creative for this portion right now. So I'm just going to put Togger quick click buy page. I don't really like the letters being stacked there. So I think I'm going to go back into a layout, to the layout function at the top there to see if there's one where we can get all the words on the same line. Just looks a little bit cleaner to me. So go back to layout. Nope. And yeah, that one looks good for now. I think we'll go with that. And the action button, the shop now button that you see there, you can change the colors as well. There's a few default colors depending on the style of page that you've chosen. Just take a look at a few there. And for the section style, I prefer the banner to be a little bit shorter and not taking up too much room on the page, because I want my buyers to be able to see the items as soon as possible, or as soon as they land on the page. So I'm going to go with extra small there. If we just go on custom color, we can see the different colors that are available for the background. I don't think the blue really works for me today. Let's go with black. That looks good. I'm just going to scroll down to the contact us section. So by default, there are a few fields there: full name, email, and message. Generally, that's good enough for getting quick messages from your buyers. But if you want to add a different question or a different field, just click on add a question, and then you can choose the type of question, whether it's a multiple choice where you can add in your own options, a drop down menu with your own options, or different elements that you might require. So for example, if it's a service-based business, then you might want to set a date and time field in there. I'm just going to quickly set up our Instagram function as well. So when you click on set up account, it's going to bring you to the Instagram website so that you can authorize Square to have access to your Instagram account. Some people don't like that, but it's a nice way of getting your Instagram feed right onto that page so that it shows updated content all the time too, and it's not just a static page. So in terms of location and hours, I'm probably going to disable it for this particular page, but if you have a storefront that's still open, or if you're doing like curbside pickup or anything during this time, then it might be good to have that information here. So for now, I'm going to delete the location and hours section from this page, and right away it's gone. And we're just going to go straight to the footer and add our different social channels there. So I'm going to add email, Facebook, and Instagram. So just enter in your information. For the Facebook and Instagram fields, all you need to do is just add in your username, and it'll take care of the rest. So as you can see, there are quite a few different channels that you can add there. I'm good with those two as my main ones. So we're going to click on done. So now what are we missing? We are missing our products, aren't we? So on the left hand side, we're just going to click on done from our footer edits there. And we're going to add a section. And I'm going to go with featured items. And now it's created this featured items section for us here. And then when we click into there, we can add a new item, as you see in the blue over on the left there. Now, because we added the featured items section a little bit later on, it's added to the bottom of the web page. That's not where we want it to be. This is one of the first things that your buyers are going to want to see when they come to your page. So what we're going to do is just grab the field over on the left there and move it up to right below the main banner. So that way we can have some quick instruction on the quick banner. And when they click on shop now, it'll jump right to the featured items section anyways. But as you can see, when you have it near the banner and we set the banner to a shorter height, most people will see those items once they land onto your web page here. So when we add an item, so I'm going to go with a physical item here, and we're just going to use one of our t-shirts as an example. So just enter in a short item title that describes it easily. Let's put in a price. Let's put in a little bit more of a description, a little bit more than the title. Might add in the color. There you go, that's good for now. And we're going to add in an image real quick here. Hopefully you have some photos, like nice photos, preferably on white of your products. If not, you can always give us a call. We can definitely help you with that. So I'm just off screen for a moment here. Just looking for the right image for this. Here we go. Okay, that shows my t-shirt. That's good. And we'll allow for both shipping and pickup. So we'll click on both here. Now, if you have different variations of your product, then that's the nice thing about this is that you don't have to add an individual item into the system for each variation. So if you have more variations, you can click on the more options button on the bottom there. It's going to bring you to a different pop-up. And when you scroll down, you have more options that you can add for this item, or you can add different variations as well. So for example, if you have a V-neck versus a crew neck t-shirt and there's a price difference, then you can click on add/manage variations there and add some more. Or if you have different sizes, different customizations on it, you can go to manage modifiers just right below as well. Yeah, so maybe we'll just click into manage modifiers. And if you want, you can just click on create your first modifier now and add those there. And what's nice too in terms of marketing, they've given you an SEO section where you can add in some keywords for your product to help it show up on different search engines on the web. So that looks good. I mean, I would suggest adding more photos, not just one, maybe different angles of the product. And especially if you have different variations there. Click on add, and that's it. So believe it or not, your store is pretty much ready to go. I mean, aside from adding more items and maybe a little fine tuning on the back end, but you know, Square has done so well with building this for their users that it really doesn't take a long time to sort of figure out what each item does. I mean, you're going to have to play around with it, and it's pretty hard to delete anything permanently. So don't be afraid to check out different options, different settings, because at the end of the day, you know, I'd say 99.9% of the time you can recover back to what your setup is, or what your preferred setup was. So yeah, if you click into the item here, here's a preview of what your buyers would see. Of course, you can add different quantities. Hopefully they're buying more than one, and they can click on add to cart. And once we click into the shipping section, you can add different options for it. So for now, I'm just going to add a flat rate shipping, standard shipping option for my buyers. So how much is this rate? Let's just put in $10. Actually, let's put in $7. We're going to do $7 per item. And you gotta make sure that you go into the taxes section so that you can configure the taxes so that it automatically calculates when people buy anything from your store. What's nice is that it's already included all the sales taxes, all the provincial sales taxes into the system. I just want to add 5% for the GST as well. At the bottom there, you also have to check whether you want to charge taxes on your shipping, or if you want to leave it off and cover that for your buyer. And that's it. You are pretty much done. But like I suggested, Play around with the items on the left. There might be some marketing tips that can help you out. At the top there, when you click on your website to see what it looks like, looks a little bare. I only have one item on here, but of course, once you add 2 or 3 items, then it'll look a lot nicer. But this is what your buyer would see. So after clicking on add to cart, you get the pop-up on the right there. And if I hit checkout, really simple checkout form. Many of you have probably seen it when buying things online. But really, it's as easy as it can get. They enter in their payment information, checkout, and then you're going to get the order confirmation in your email. And you're in business. So I hope this was helpful for everyone. I know we're going through some interesting times right now, and looking for different options for us to keep our business going. A lot of our small businesses are affected, including mine. So perhaps this is a way of being able to be in touch with your customers without having to be face to face. And yeah, if you have any questions about this or online selling, feel free to message me at chris@butterstudios.ca or chris@target.ca. I know a lot of you are connected with me on social channels as well, so feel free to message me through there. If you have any questions or if you want to brainstorm, we're all in this together, and in full support of the social distancing, and let's really try to beat this. But at the same time, let's get creative with our businesses. Look forward to hearing from all of you, and hope you enjoyed this. Take care.